Boom, 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 boom. This is the Forrest Fenn collection. So we have a collection of books, Forrest Fenn related and otherwise. Expensive ones are over there. I'm going to go through this real quick, and all of this is for sale. I'm not going to talk prices. Anybody out there that's interested, email me, cowlazars@gmail.com, and we'll come up with a price, and we'll work it out. So there is other stuff. Hey, cat not included, Tito, don't be biting nothing. So we have Coloradoopoly still in the plastic. I don't know why. Maybe we were doing Chaseopoly. Maybe we wanted to get an idea. Flywater with somebody's notes. Okay, TTOTC page 25. There were two versions of Flywater. One had, I don't know, I want to say an extra chapter, but I shouldn't say that because I don't know. But we have both versions. So both versions of Flywater. John Clymer, an artist rendezvous with the Frontier West. Okay. JFK, Absolute Proof. I don't know why we've collected these books over the years. Most of this is K-Pro stuff, actually. So when you tell me what you're interested in, I will get with K-Pro. We'll figure it out. And, of course, we have some Douglas Preston books, the Codex, Bushcraft 101, a field guide to the art of wilderness survival. And a random notepad. D.B. Cooper and the FBI. Adventures in Western Art. Fake. Now that was a big, by Clifford Irving. You guys may know the Forrest Fenn rabbit hole. A little beat up, but you know, it is what it is. Eric Sloane. What is this? If you can hear the dishwasher, that's what's running in the background. Eric Sloane, the Eric Sloane Museum. Look at this stuff. Bunch of inserts and stuff. Okay. I don't know. Some kind of Eric Sloane book. And again, K-Pro may be able to give you the history on some of this stuff. But when you tell me you're interested in it, then Eric Sloane Paintings and Drawings, March 11th through 30th, 91. Hammer Galleries. Okay. Oh, this was a catalog then. I guess this was like a catalog. Okay. BIP. If you guys know from the Thrill of the Chase, you know about BIP. To Lori and Tom with warm regards, Sherry. I think that says Sherry. I have no idea what that's all about, but here's a copy of BIP. What is it with dogs, right? Justin Posey's dog. TTOKA has a dog. BIP was about a dog. I guess we're all dog lovers at heart, right? Yeah, Sherry Brown. So, okay, so Sherry signed it. Illustrated by Eric Sloane. To Forrest. So if you guys know the 1981 by Sherry Brown. So if you guys know the history of BIP, talk about it in Discord. If anybody wants this. As far as I know, it's all for sale. Again, K-Pro has the final say. So I'm just showing you what we have. D.B. Cooper, What Really Happened? Max Gunther. The Flamboyant Judge. Oh, wait a minute. Now I remember that we have a very special thing happening. It's one of these. Yeah, this is the book. Check this out, everybody. Let me get in the light. The Flamboyant Judge. Sorry about the glare. The story of Amarillo and development of the great ranches of the Texas Panhandle. But what's really cool is there are all these custom doodles in this book. Check this out. To my friend Rex Aerosmith, Tom Knapp, is it? This is all hand drawn. There are all these signatures. This is almost like a yearbook. I mean, Rex Smith and Bonnie with Forrest Fenn right there at the top. I'm not going to try and read each one. I will show each one. But this book was passed around and signed by a lot of there's one by Kelly Fenn. Look at that. To Mr. and Miss Rex Aerosmith, best wishes, Kelly Fenn. It was kind of passed around. Really cool. I mean, with all these signatures, this is one of a kind book. But the cool part, if I can find it, the cool part is Again, if I can find it. Hang on. I remember this was an interesting one when we bought it, when K-Pro bought it. I was around back then, but I was like, yeah, if you want to buy it, you should buy it, you know. All right, let me find it. Hang on. And we're back. All right, so I want to make sure I get every signature because it really does make the book. Again, this is the Flamboyant Judge by James D. Hamlin. There are some cool signatures in here. And you guys can pause this. I don't know that. There it is, February 11, 1973. So that gives you an idea of the time frame of these signatures, early 70s. There's one from Zoe to the Aerosmiths. Forrest Fenn at the top. Kelly Fenn. Thought there was a doodle, but I may be getting it confused with a different book. Okay, so anyway, if you have questions, happy to answer them. The Flamboyant Judge. Okay. So we have every gallery brochure or gallery book from Forrest Fenn's gallery when he had it. So we would Fenn Galleries Limited. I guess we have every one from, over the years of what was for sale, etc. We would let this go for the right price. Aerosmiths. And again, there's people out there that know the backstory a lot better than I do, but we can talk about it if you're interested. So, September 1978. That looks like it's something else. Okay, these on the bottom are something else. There we go, they're a little bit mixed, but I will go through them all and separate them. That's a cool looking knife. Special Spring 1984 issue. 76, 77. Go through and put all these in. Get Fenn Galleries. I'll go through and put all these in order. So we have all the Arizona Highway 1952. We have all the galleries from Aerosmith Fenn Galleries. Galleries, brochures, I don't know what you call it. Okay, let's get the Forrest Fenn books. We have a bunch of Thrill of the Chases, all different editions. I don't know if we still have the first edition. I will go through and see. If you're interested in a particular edition, just let me know. I think we have 11 of these with K-Pro's notes in one of them. 3 Once Upon a Whiles and 3 Too Far to Walk. So if you want a set, if you want to Thrill of the Chase, Too Far to Walk, Once Upon a While, we can do that. If you're looking for an individual book, we can do that too. Most of these have been signed by Forrest. There's the treasure chest. Signed and or doodles. Okay, so 3 Too Far to Walks, 3 Once Upon a Whiles. Let me just go through real quick and see. I'm not going to look up the edition, but I do want to know if he put the doodle. Hey, look at that. This is the one that Copper Dan sent us, so I think we should keep this, K-Pro. We shall not cease from our exploration, and at the end of all of our exploring, we will arrive where we started and know it for the first time. T.S. Eliot, Forrest Fenn. Is that the drop-off in the Madison going over to the treasure chest? I think we should keep this one, but I'll talk to K-Pro about it. Thanks, Copper Dan, for sending that. Not all, 5th printing. Not all of these are signed, but some are. And again, just acquired them from different people, different places. To Al Mayfield. Who knows the sound of footprints closing in? He knows the thrill of the chase. Forrest Fenn. First printing. Well, there it is, guys. This is the first printing right here. Dedicated to Al Mayfield. 1,000 copies. I mean, when you look at JCB's and Justin's and all these books they're selling, Forrest just did 1,000 copies and wasn't sure if he was going to sell those. And that's something. third printing. To Mike. Hey, this is the one he signed to me. So this was in the Collected Works bookstore. He signed it to me, so this has to be a later edition. I think I might keep this one for myself. Although I have my original one that I bought. Wait, yeah, this is a 10th printing, but I do have my original one I bought way back in the day. But I never had him sign that one. Forrest Fenn. Well, maybe I am going to look at each edition. 6th printing. Yeah, we might have all the printings. Not sure how many there were total, I'll tell you the truth. But J.K. Pioneer. Oh, this is the one that everybody signed. This was at one of the World Series of Fenn. And somebody had a good idea, which was for everybody to sign them. So we got to hang on to this. We can't sell this one, K-Pro. So if you go through, everybody just signed it in different spots, I think. Or at least that was the idea. What I think we should do, K-Pro, is this one maybe we use for the future. Seeking Treasure Cons, have everybody sign every year. Something like that. Man, this is memory lane going through this stuff. Forrest Fenn, there's Cynthia, there's the drop-off across from Madison, and there's the treasure chest. It all makes sense now, doesn't it? 12th printing, all right. Another one. Getting down to K-Pros, it has all the notes. Hey, Forrest Fenn finale. 05 September 2020. Okay, again, it looks like, Tony Hinman. So it looks like a lot of people signed this, I should say. So I don't know if we're going to sell this one or not. Again, anybody that's interested, Gary Countryman. I remember him. But again, if you're interested in any of these, let me know, and then I'll talk to K-Pro, and then we will let you know if it's for sale or not. I know the majority of it is. Look at all these sticky notes K-Pro put in. I know the majority of it. We're just trying to purge stuff. We have so many things accumulated. I mean, look at these. Look at the shelves right there of just those 3 cabinets. I mean, it's just full of stuff. Not all stuff Forrest Fenn related, but that one is. The one on the left is all Forrest Fenn related. Anyway. Should have done this during the day. Could have had some sunlight, but that's okay. 6th printing. Okay. That's a thrill of the chase. Remember, 3 too far to walk, 3 once upon a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 thrill of the chases. Okay, these are just random books that we, again, Remarkable Kansas Women. Okay. Oh, Gravity Falls. What's this doing in there? Remember Gravity Falls with the Cipher, Bill Cipher? That's cool. Douglas Preston. I just don't read anymore, man. I used to read a lot. I've just stopped. Chasing Thrill, Daniel Barbarisi. I think this had an article on Forrest Fenn, if I remember right. Gold Prospector. Don't know what that's doing in there. Oh, and now these, I'm not saying these are for sale, but these are all the searchers who have created their own books and sent them to me. So thanks, guys. After the Chase, Finding Forrest Fenn, Fenn Point, After the Chase, couple copies. Oh, this one, you know what? Ron Johnson. This was supposed to be a treasure hunt, and I thought it was here in Vegas. I'm going to have to revisit this. I mean, it was for some silver, but hey, some silver is some silver. But it was hidden here in Vegas somewhere, and this is years and years old. I wonder if anybody found this. So Ron Johnson, if you see this video, let me know if this is still valid. Maybe I'll get into it, especially because I was pretty sure it's here in Nevada at least. Let me know. Chasing Fenn Treasure, Cynthia Meacham. Desert File. Who remembers Desert File? By David Rice. With Imagination, a memoir of my thrill of the chase. This one, talk about Codebreaker Charlie. These probably aren't for sale. I mean, these are the ones that people have sent us and the ones that we've bought, so I'll keep those on the shelf. A Gypsy's Kiss, anybody remember them? The reasons these are here is I have 2 copies on the shelf already. Molly's Games Poker. More Douglas Preston books. If anybody's interested in all the Douglas Preston books, I can go through and get them all. Jack Reacher is a great series. And Stephen King. These are just books laying around. I thought I'd throw them here. You never know who likes to read and who collects books. All right, let's go around to the other side of the table. Ha ha ha. D.B. Cooper. We've got 2 copies if anybody's interested. Looks like an older copy, the yellowed, and a newer copy. I don't know if newer is the right word. 1983. Yep, 1983. Where was Skip? Well, obviously this isn't for sale. This is Packer Jack by John Limbach. So yeah, put this over here with these, which are not for sale. Best riddles. Okay, this book's interesting. For those of you that know, you know. I can't remember what this was called, but there's a story and there was a scrapbook about all these phone numbers. Maybe I shouldn't show those phone numbers. I don't know. I'm sure none of them are still valid. And I can't remember the name of the book, but Forrest's phone number was in here or something. You guys know the story. And it does not have a name. Oh, wait. Amazing Mabel. That's right. Amazing Mabel. So this one's got a little dent there, indentation. Oh, look at this. So this, I think, was the original book. Look at that. A very long note from Forrest Fenn. So that's some history right there. I'll let you guys pause it and read it if you want to. The Amazing Mabel. Published by Forrest Fenn's company, One Horse Land and Cattle, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Private edition, limited to 250 copies. So this is number 145 out of 200. Okay. Charme signed it as well. Forrest Fenn. Let's see what number this is. I knew it was limited edition. And this is number 185 out of 250, okay? So 2 copies of Mabel. The Amazing Mabel. And then, see, these are more of the galleries. So if anybody's interested in all the gallery brochures, I will put them all together. What is this? United States Air Force. I have no idea what this is. It's like a medical guide from Restricted. I don't know. Looks like a medical guide. We may have could have got this from our storage units. Who knows? Huh. Your Body in Flight. West Yellowstone Remembered. Leon Gaspard. There's just so much stuff we have. That actually probably came from Forrest Fenn. Postcards. Just random stuff, guys. This was all in a collection we got from somebody that got it from Forrest Fenn. Totem Cafe. Well, that's cool. Totem Cafe menu. A little advertising brochure. What is this before I open it? As I drop it. Your Body in Flight. Yeah, this must have been from Forrest when he was in the Air Force. Nikolai Fetchin. Leon Gaspard. Aerofen Galleries. This was the advertising they did back then. 1971. Okay, you get the idea. Hey, The Story of BIP by Marceau Marceau. What is this? I don't know. Norway, Maine. 1976 by Marceau Marceau. Okay. Again, cat not for sale. American Barns and Covered Bridges. This should be signed, right? Yeah, Eric Sloane. I got this from I got this in the drawing at Santa Fe. I think the big drawing that we did. This might have been the Jamie Jordan drawing. Yeah, I got it there. The Flamboyant Judge. Oh, this. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking about. Hang on. We're going to put this to the side because this is special. Historic American Indian Dolls. Wow, look at that. Wow. So I'm just kind of showing you everything, guys. I know it's really not in order and I'm jumping around. But if you see something that catches your eye, reach out and we can have a more in-depth conversation. I was trying to see the year on this. Published One Horse, Land, and Cattle. So it's a Forrest Fenn book. Forrest Fenn. If only I had a tripod. This is 2007 Forrest Fenn. Okay. First printing. Printed in Singapore. First printing. Okay. Right. The Genius of Nikolai Feshin. Recollections by Forrest Fenn. Just trying to see the years on these. This is like brand new. Dedicated to all those who have sensed the wanderlust, and to Shiloh, Mika, Luca, Hannah, Noah, and little Sam, who surely will. That's cool. I'll be back. Don't even think about it, cat. Get out of here. So the book, Nikolai Feshin, was 2001 by Forrest Fenn. Okay, this stuff's brand new. These I'm talking about. Another copy of this one. There we go. Al Mayfield. Some of you may know. We're back. All right. Another copy of American Indian Dolls. This one to Al Mayfield, a great old fighter pilot that left his flaps down once in a while, but always has his throttle up. Forrest Fenn. All right. Again, 2007. The Secrets of San Lazaro Pueblo. Forrest Fenn. Ooh. Is this where his treasure was? A lot of people thought it was, but it wasn't. Well, circa 1620. Could have been. Who knows? I'm not going to get into that. All right. First edition, number 1830. Limited edition to 2,000 copies. If you love the lore and the lure of ancient places and things, this volume is dedicated to you. May the stories herein keep you forever asking and searching. Number 1833 out of 2,000 copies. It's cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. Gaspard. Ron with best regards. I don't know who. 1970 and don't know who. Copyright 1964 by Frank Waters. Okay. $17 a square inch. A personal tribute to Eric Sloane. I think we're all familiar with this book, right? Or at least we've heard about it. First printing. Just trying to see if maybe he signed it. Okay. Eric Sloane, An American Souvenir. Okay. 80, An American Souvenir. Looks like that's part of it, not signed. This is 1985. Okay. Kitties. Camouflage Simplified by Eric Sloane. Okay, this came out of a library somewhere. Okay. 1942, first edition, 1942. All right. This one's still in the plastic. Symbols of American Spirit, 50 years of the Eric Sloane Museum. All right, still in the plastic. And then $17 a square inch, another copy. Okay. Now we get into the interesting ones, but this is the one, in my opinion, this has the most value, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, this book right here, The Flamboyant Judge, the story of Amarillo and the development of the great ranches of the Texas Panhandle, James D. Hamlin. This has some really cool signatures in it, just like the other book did that we looked at. But this one, I don't know who that is. Who wrote the book? James D. Hamlin. Okay. So this, look at this doodle. Well, that's more than a doodle. That's an actual drawing. To Virginia, Glenna Goodacre. Do you guys know who Glenna Goodacre is? She designed the Sacagawea dollar. I think she was a friend of Forrest. That is a cool drawing. Look at this one. With apologies, all the best, Virginia. Something. Dupadale? I can't tell. Maybe somebody knows the history of this stuff. Look at this one. I mean, this book has some flavor, people. This is a drawing, okay? To Virginia Watkins, with best regards, Golden, New Mexico, Tom Knapp, kind of like the other book. Look at these drawings. I mean, you don't find this stuff anywhere anymore. I think that's it for this book, but it's just the Glenna Goodacre. This is 1972, The Flamboyant Judge. And again, all of these books came from Forrest Fenn, so pretty awesome. And then we have these four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me show you each one. So these all have dust jackets, or slipcase, I'm sorry. I think they're called slipcases. W.R. Leigh, or Lee, The African Animals of W.R. Leigh. And these are basically in brand new condition. Dedicated to Marvin and Lily Fenn, whose spirits are forever alive, special edition, bound in goatskin, slipcased in hand-wrought cloth, and complemented with end papers marbled by hand, is limited to 100 copies. This is number 27 out of 100. Pretty special. 1980. By Forrest Fenn, 1980. Fenn Gallery, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Number 27 out of 100. Okay, I'm not trying to open these up too much and mess them up, but a very nice book. I know there's a lot of talk on this one. J.H. Sharp. Let's see what we got. Ooh. So these are actually etchings by J.H. Sharp, I believe. And when I'm done, all this stuff is not staying on the dining room table. I will put it all away. The private edition of The Beat of the Drum, Whoop of the Dance includes an original etching by Joseph Henry Sharp and is limited to 227 copies. This is number 156. Standing Deer, 156 out of 227. That must be the original etching. Really neat stuff. By Forrest Fenn. Okay, what year is this? And therefore signed it. I'm not sure the year this came out. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. Okay. Okay, who's that guy? Northland Press Fenn. Leon Gaspard by Frank Waters, signed. Let's take a look. Okay, this is by Frank Waters. Again, the nice inside page. This specially bound and slipcase publisher's edition of Leon Gaspard is limited to 10 individually numbered and signed volumes. This edition is number 8, Frank Waters. Flagstaff. Santa Fe, Fenn Galleries. Guess that's him. Okay, maybe somebody can tell me about these books that knows more about them than I do. Okay, last but certainly not least, T.P. Smoke. A new look into the life and work of Joseph Henry Sharp by Forrest Fenn. Pretty cool logo. Let's see what we got. Oh, Copper Elements. Copper Dan, everybody. A little advertising. I didn't know that was in there. That's funny. I don't know why that's in there. Maybe he gave us the book. I don't know. Looks like this one is not signed, but a nice copy. So there it is. Cat's not included. A lot of different stuff. And we can go more in depth on anything. Just reach out. Let me know. Cowlazars@gmail.com. Thank you.